Da, 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 da. Da, da, da,
You got
da,
a whistly nose,
da.
brother.
Yeah, it's raining.
Got that old Debbie Nixon nose.
You know what I do that mom does when I fall asleep or when I'm watching TV kind of sleepy? I do this. And I catch myself daily doing it. Because I do this thing where I
That's
try to
funny.
check in with myself to like
Uh-huh.
lower my shoulders and unclench my jaw and shit. And usually when I have to do one of those check-ins, which I do them multiple times a day, I'm also have the Debbie mouth where I'm watching TV like, oh
God.
my God.
Um,
Hi, I'm
the
Drew and I'm gay.
and I'm Grant, and I have allergies, which means I'm straight. Is that true?
Now,
Gay
gay
people don't
people
have
have
allergies.
allergies. We do. Although I will say, and thank you so much for bringing this up. And listener, I
Yeah,
know you've been wondering. When
ally.
I moved to LA, I developed brand new allergies I'd never had before.
Fun. Like
I
what?
know.
To gluten?
Dust or whatever.
Hard work? Conservative values?
Shut up and go make your cookies, dipshit.
Drew, but when we got back from Seattle, I did have a lot to catch up on in my cookie life, and I didn't sleep for a few days, and it was
You're gonna
pretty,
die.
yeah,
And
it
I
was pretty
mean that.
rough. Yeah, but it was pretty rough. But I knew there were two things keeping me going. One, I knew that I'd get to record another podcast with you, and that wakes me up every morning.
Can I
And the
guess number two?
second,
Can I guess before you answer? My guess. The reason you wanted to continue to live, and this is based solely on the fact that you're a straight white man who's into comedy. You were waiting so you could watch Tim Robinson's new series, The Chair
I knew you
Company.
I knew you were going to say that. I actually haven't watched it yet.
We
It's
watched it
been
last
out there
night.
for
It's so good.
days.
No,
Is
it's not
it?
there for one day. Yes, it's great.
Okay. All
It's
right. Well, I'll
great.
check it out. But the thing that brought me solace was like in this crazy world, at least I know that the incomparable Diane Keaton is still out there. And I've been really busy. I haven't had a chance to catch up on anything yet, like news wise, but she grounds me. Like knowing that she's around
Grant,
grounds me. And
I
it's helpful. What's up?
okay.
Yeah?
So this is not how I did not expect to have to do this today. So Grant, before I say anything, I
Uh-huh.
want you to know how difficult this is for me personally. Like this is really hard
Oh.
for me.
Oh,
Okay?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, hey, it's okay, Drew. Let me remind you, Diane Keaton is still out there,
Ooh, I
just
wish you hadn't said
knocking
that.
out hit
Ooh,
after
oh
hit.
Grant, stop, stop, stop.
What?
Listen. When the Lord decides it's time for his children to come home,
Okay.
he will call them to heaven, and they need to leave their earthly bodies behind. But their soul is now with the Lord, and I think they get a mansion. And
Drew, I don't understand.
unfortunately,
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're saying. I was about to go get my DVD collection, my Diane Keaton DVD collection. You know, like I just like to hold it. Brings me comfort. What are you trying to say?
not only did she have a mansion on earth, but she now has a mansion in heaven.
What?
All
What?
dogs go to heaven, and so does Diane Keaton. She's dead. Grant, can I tell you? I know you're doing a bit. It fucked
I
me
want to go
up.
be with her.
And not because
She's
I'm like,
79, man. She had a
no, but listen,
wonderful, wonderful run.
listen, I've been alive for 41 years, and there are
Allegedly.
certain people who have just been there from the beginning in the exact same form. Okay? So, like, Dolly
Okay.
Parton, for the most part, looks like she did 41 years ago. Diane Keaton
Naturally.
looks like she did 40 years ago. Maggie Smith looks like she did 40 years ago. Well, not now, she's dead. But so when they die,
Wait, what happened
it's
to
like
Maggie
a
Smith?
permanent fixture. Oh, Grant, I can't
Yeah.
take this on right now. So her dying was just so insane. And the only thing that brought me any sort of solace was she defended Woody Allen. And so, because here's the thing. Here's the thing, Diane. I get it. He
You're not
made you
making
a
it to
star.
80. Yeah,
He
yeah,
made you
yeah.
a star. I
Sure.
completely understand that. He did a child and then marry the other child in the house. So
God damn
I
it.
I
That's
just
some
don't
Old
know
Testament
how
shit right there.
exactly. I don't know how you can defend that. I wish at some point in her 79 years she had said, "I'm really grateful for all he did for my career. Pedophilia is not good." Like I wish she'd said that statement.
Those two things. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know what? It's complicated when it comes to my feelings for Diane. It's complicated.
I don't think there's anybody who's feeling that it's simple. It's always been complicated. Always will be complicated. I'm devastated by the news.
Did you know I was doing her movie? That's why I said it like that.
Her movie is complicated. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why I said.
Well, you said simple. You got to do it simple. I don't think she has a movie called Simple.
It's a short film. Not a lot of people have seen it. And then remember,
she has a movie called.
I said The Godfather.
If You Say
Did you not hear me say that part?
Because I Say So with Mandy Moore.
That. What else is her? What else is on her IMDb?
No, don't, Grant. It'll make me too sad.
Have you ever seen The Godfather?
No. Is she in that?
Yeah.
Diane
she
Keaton?
marries. Yeah, she marries.
She played Annie Hall.
She plays Annie Hall. She plays Annie Hall in it. Yeah, she marries Al Pacino.
Oh my God, he's a main character in that.
He's somewhere in it. Yeah, she was looking good. Actually, you know what she looks like? You know, young Diane Keaton in this looks like Mom. I'm gonna send you a picture
and you just
her
said she looked good.
Yeah,
you
dude.
say that about our mother?
Look, Freud was right about a couple of things. All right, tell me. Look at this picture. Tell me this doesn't look like Mom. I just texted you. Were you waiting for it to pop up in your glasses?
Everyone knows it's Debbie. No, I thought you were going to put it on Riverside.
Doesn't it look like an old picture of Mom?
Yes. Well, that's because she got married in a giant hat.
That's my biggest regret is not wearing a giant hat at my wedding.
That's your biggest regret about your wedding? I've got a few notes. Can I do a mom corner real quick?
Yeah,
I have
sure.
I have both a positive and a not so neutral update. Okay.
Oh.
So she texted me, "Hey, I want a relationship with you. I miss talking to you. I've already contacted a couple therapists. However, I'm having my knees taken out and have new ones putting in this month."
And she's having elbows put in where her knees were. Yeah. It's a new thing.
Yeah. Do your elbows go in your legs? I don't know that I'm going to get into therapy this month because I am having my knees taken out. But I'm trying. So that's the good news. That was like, whoa, I can't believe you've done this. The neutral news, the news that it's not news, but she did say one phrase in there that really irked me, and I'm trying to let it go.
Okay.
That would make an incredible song, by the way, just off the top of the dome.
I'm trying to.
Okay, she said, "My defenses are up."
Drew, in this day and age, we're at war all the time.
I know, but you're the mom. I'm the child.
Things.
You're the one that hurt me. I'm just being hurt. You don't get to put your defenses up, you bitch. Okay, I just needed to say it out loud, and now I realize how silly I sound. Okay, never mind. I'm back.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
So I guess so. It's overall a good update. She's going to get new knees and get her mind taken out and washed.
Also, Drew, I know that on IMHO, the podcast, the one and only, that you recapped Seattle, but I was in Seattle with you as well. And we don't have to recap the whole thing. I just want you to tell them about DoorDash. That's it. It's my favorite thing that happened the entire time we were there. And
I already did it on IMHO, the podcast, but I can do it here. I know. I can do it here.
Please, you silly goose, please.
Well, first, I want to say, since we're going to talk about Seattle, our next show is Brooklyn, November 21st. We're in Brooklyn.
Bell House.
Tickets are available. I don't think VIP is available. However, we did go out and touch people's bodies in the crowd. So you don't have to have VIP in order for us to touch your skin.
Consensually.
Well, one of them I was a little worried. I don't know. Alexis
when you come in the
deep.
Theater, you're agreeing. That's your
just
consent.
Our hands. Oh, I thought you said I'm the greeting. Well, my hand will greet you. But yeah, come. We're so excited, especially after Seattle, since Seattle went so well. We just know that, like, we've never done New York. And New York feels like we lived in Chicago, we lived in LA. New York feels like our third. We need to make a splash. So if you were thinking about coming or you weren't sure, come, please.
You're hitting all the liberal hot spots that the national. We're going everywhere the National Guard is going. Basically, that's where we're trying to go.
Hell yeah, brother!
So I started following the Bell House on Instagram. That's a real place. There's like crazy big acts come through there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
We're performing after Beth Stelling has the 7:30 show. Have you ever watched her special?
I'm going to before then.
She's
when
really
I meet
funny.
Her, I can say
That's why I did it.
Beth
I was like, oh, I've never
Stelling.
watched her. And I got really nervous that she was going to be awful.
Oh, she
She's
doesn't even
really,
look-
really funny.
She didn't look familiar at all.
I know, but watch her. You're going to like her a lot.
Oh, she was a writer on Crashing. Huh.
Crashing my car. So
She's
we will be
39.
there. Come to us.
Amanda.
Come see us. We're gonna, if we don't do well in Brooklyn, we are going to just quit. Because
Kill
if we
ourselves.
can't do it in Brooklyn, we can't do it anywhere. If
heard
you
that.
can't do it here, you
In
better
Brooklyn.
kill your quiz.
Oh. Wait. Oof. Okay, Drew. So we were in Seattle. The show went well. I did a tight 10, and that's all I cared
Y'all,
about. I don't know what
he
else
was
happened.
on time. 10
10
minutes flat.
I delivered. And no one laughed, but it was 10 minutes. And so we get back from the show. Everything's going great. DoorDash, Taco Bell. We meet down in the lobby for reasons we don't
I'm
even
so
need to
sorry,
talk about.
everyone. I'm so sorry, Grant. I have to stop you there. So you did a tight 10. You killed, first of all. And yes, an IMHO crowd is very forgiving.
They're very friendly.
They're very friendly. But even with that, it was so good. I will say, I
Oh,
think...
here we go. God damn it.
I just have a couple notes. Grant,
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I've been doing this for years. My job is entertain. And so if I can't pass that along to my twin brother, then what am I going to do? Entertain by
go ahead.
myself? Ooh, wait,
Yeah.
I like that idea. You're very influenced, I think. You know how your singing voice was influenced by Creed? I think your comedy voice...
what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think your comedy voice is heavily influenced by Nate Bargatze, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think he's hilarious. But the you'll go, and that's what I told my brother.
Here's what I'll say, brother. Is that I preached for 17 years, and if you go back and listen to all the jokes I told then, I've always done that. I Nate Bargatze
No, I know,
before
Grant.
Nate Bargatze.
No. Nate Bargatze came to our church and did stand up, and that influenced you. I got to be honest, Grant. I know that Nate
so
Bargatze is probably a Christian and like a conservative-ish.
Probably, yeah.
I feel it, and he avoids politics so strongly. I feel like that's the reason. I
don't
don't
have
want to
sex with
lose
him.
Nate Bargatze. I don't want to lose him, but I'm ready to lose him in the not ready. Well, I'm more prepared because I'm coming to terms with the realization. Like, I think he's a Christian.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance. There's a good chance that he goes out for
It's tough.
for
tough.
Team Jesus. So
Team Jesus.
but speaking of tough, so we get to the hotel, we DoorDash Taco Bell, we all meet in the lobby for reasons we
I
don't
already
need to
told
talk
this story
about.
on IMHO the podcast. Do I really have to relive it again?
And as you guys know, when you order DoorDash, they take a picture of it to prove that it was delivered. And so he hands it to Drew. Drew takes it. Drew, take it from here. What did you do? What did you do once he handed it to you?
start
Something
with-
really normal?
I'm going to start with, we ordered over $100 worth of Taco Bell, which in Seattle
Well,
was a
with
lot easier
tariffs.
than you think. With
Yeah.
tariffs, piece of cake.
2 chalupas.
I tipped him a lot on that bill because I was in such a good mood. And
Yeah.
I said this on IMHO the show, or podcast, I'm going to say it right here, right now. If you can afford to order food in the United States of America, you can afford to tip. I don't give a
preach.
fuck if you're like, I don't believe
Not
in
a
tipping
fuck.
culture. Cool. You don't have to believe in it to live in it. You live in it.
That's
and when
right.
you refuse to tip people, it's not helping anyone. It's not changing anyone's mind. It's just hurting that poor person who went out
It
of their
is.
way to bring you a burrito at 1 a.m., you bitch. Anyway, so I tipped huge. And I was thinking like, oh my God, I tipped so big. He's going to be so nice to me. I do it, I think, more for myself because they're always straight guys. They're always, and in LA, they're always straight
how can you
Armenian
tell?
men.
How can you tell?
Straight Armenian men are difficult because they do dress kind of gay. But anyway, so he walks in and he hands me the
And
food.
the first thing
and,
he says is not interested, so you know he's straight.
yeah, he walked in. He's like, "Faggot, is this yours?" And honestly, I was in such a silly mood. I pulled the food up next to my face and I smiled because I knew he had to take the picture. And he just goes with his hand, "No." No. And then I had to stand there as everyone's laughing.
Oh my God, it was
I had
so
to stand there
fantastic.
while he's taking a picture of the food next to my crotch. Well, maybe that's why he wanted it down. No, he just did not like my tomfoolery, and
You were
that
hard.
was devastating.
I was
devastating.
behind you to the right.
I remember where everyone was. I remember what everything looked like. I remember every smell.
It was so fucking funny. It was one of those things I couldn't believe it was happening. You know, like you have those moments where like, oh,
Why not just take the picture? Or if you don't want me in the picture, zoom in.
oh,
And you
it
can't
was-
take
he
the
didn't have
tip
time for that.
back.
He didn't
You
have
can't
time
take
for
the
that.
tip back.
Oh, it was so great. It was the perfect
did
ending
love
to the night.
Paula made a TikTok of it, and one of the comments said, "I know Darby's laughing, but I also know she's a Leo, so she's going to think about this for the rest of her life." And that is true.
Yeah.
He will haunt me for years to come.
So our local Pizza Hut, it's tough times. They don't have delivery drivers, so they outsource to
that
DoorDash.
sucks.
So DoorDash showed up the other day with the pizza, and it's the first thought I had. He handed it to me, and I said, "Do you need to take a picture?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "I know what I'm not gonna do."
Shut
and I
up.
held it like an adult, and he took the picture.
When he walked in, we had just de-dragged after the Seattle show, so we're feeling clean. We are on top
Yeah.
of the world. We just did a meet
Yeah.
and greet with 50 incredible people that I wanted to marry each and every one of them.
Yeah.
And we were all laughing. We were having a good time. If anything, I was trying to include him in our
We kept
joy.
laughing. The laughing didn't stop. It was a very funny moment. The joy
My laughing
was still
stopped.
My
My laughing stopped. My laughing
one out of
stopped.
4 isn't
So-
bad. That's not bad. Anyway, well, thank you for telling that story. I can't wait for Brooklyn. I can't wait to figure out how you're going to embarrass yourself there. It's going to be great. Drew, what I wanted to bring up today, it's very important. It's. Do you know why?
Also, we'll be New Year's Eve at the Den Theater in Chicago. It is a 9:30 show, so you can count down the new year with us. Grant, Angela, me, Curtis, Alexis, and Austin will all be there. The first time I
Fucking-
think all 3 couples will be together. We're going to pass Angela and Alexis and who's the other couple?
It's you and Curtis. You forgot yourself.
And Curtis around. I know, but who's the girl? You know?
Oh, yeah, that's a
Can I say, when I did that, so we went to Seattle for Matt and Mike's wedding, and it's because Matt was such a
Gay wedding.
sweetheart. Gay wedding. It's because Matt was such a sweetheart that we ended up doing a show the next day. Anyway, but the day of the wedding, you know how I get a joke stuck in my head and I can't stop saying it, and the more I say it, the more I think it's funny because no one else thinks
Yes.
it's funny?
Yes, and.
Okay. I thought it was so funny. And I realized that no one was laughing and I should have stopped. But I kept asking, who's the bride? Okay, but which one's the girl? And it made me laugh so much because I think that question is so funny. I know it's offensive and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's so funny to me that people be like, well, who's the girl? Which one's the boy? Which one's the girl? I love that. That's so stupid and funny and weird. And it's a weird thing to say.
It's like that Key and Peele sketch where they're trying to give them. Have
Yes.
you seen that one?
The gay wedding.
The gay wedding.
Yeah, love that sketch. And I could see, as I was saying it, people's reactions were not good. And that made me enjoy it more. And I was like,
Yeah.
am I ruining these conversations for my own enjoyment? And I was.
I don't know if people were really enjoying it or not because you misread your Seattle joke. My favorite thing that you said that night, my favorite joke that you had that night over and over again was every person you talked to, you asked them if they worked at the Space Needle. It was
And I
so
stand by
fucking
it.
funny.
I stand by it.
Definitely people were laughing. It wasn't uproarious laughter. The smartest people in the room got it. I'm
They got
convinced. Curtis and I were in the
Yeah.
green room going at it, and
Yeah, of course.
we're watching in the back, and every time you said it, we laughed. It was the best line of the night, and
Thank
you said
you.
it over and over again. It was so fucking
Thank you.
funny. Hi, yes. Do you work at the Space Needle?
And by the way, do you work at the Space Needle or no?
It was.
And people-
God, it was good.
No!
What?
Grant, do not check the news. You just lost Diane Keaton. Breaking news, D'Angelo is gone. Oh,
What?
my God. You know D'Angelo.
Wait,
you
how
know
do
that
you know-
music video.
No, but how do you know? Why did it pop up for you? What do you?
Curtis texted me. Y'all know the music video I'm talking about.
He's only
D'Angelo
51.
fully naked in a black room, and the camera stops right above his dick. I did smash my penis against stuff when I watched that music video sometimes. That music video made me come so hard.
The second thing to pull up when you Google D'Angelo is what does D'Angelo mean in the Bible?
And what does it mean?
It doesn't have a specific meaning in the Bible itself, but its root word, Angelo, means from the Greek word agelos, meaning
Oh
messenger.
my God. Y'all, go watch that music video. It is so hot. It's called Untitled, How Did It Feel? D'Angelo.
Ooh,
Oh,
if
well,
you
rest
type
in
in-
peace.
If you only type in D'Angelo, he'll be the first thing to pull up. But if you click on images, the Golden State Killer's last name was D'Angelo, and it's just an old man in court.
Ooh. Type in D'Angelo music video, and then you get to see, y'all, that V, that muscular V. D'Angelo was my introduction to that. Wow, rest in peace, King. You were so hot.
We lost two good ones. I would say that his career, in a lot of ways, mirrored Diane Keaton's career.
Well, I mean, they certainly stood for the same things.
They were
Makes
both.
sense.
They like she was
Woody
my
Allen
sexual
apologist.
awakening.
So you know what? I
Oh,
don't feel
God
bad.
Damn it.
You know what? I don't feel bad.
God damn it. Well, Drew, the thing I wanted to bring up today before you so rudely interrupted me is it's important because, as you know, the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. I was thinking, something we haven't really delved into too deeply is children's ministry. We've talked about it. We've mentioned a couple of stories here and there. But what's going on with kids in churches these days? And so I actually asked on Instagram, on the gram, as the kids are calling it,
Damn. Hell yeah.
and on Patreon, I said, hey, tell me the cringiest things that happened to you in kids ministry or that you learned. And so I'm not going to read the ones where people wrote in about their assaults, but the other ones, I will read those. Do you think, though, people will say, drag queens in libraries aren't molesting children, but pastors are all the time. Well, wouldn't the pastors be the ones to listen to about who they think could be a threat to kids? Because they're the number one threat. So, wouldn't it
Well,
make
guns
sense?
are the number one threat. Please don't take it away from guns. They worked so
my
hard.
God, they have worked really hard. I wish it was people that killed people. No, it is. Guns are innocent. Sorry, I take it back. Sorry,
Yeah,
guns.
that was
It is people
fucked
that killed
up.
people.
That was
But I
fucked
asked
up.
them. I asked them to send me those stories and whatever and memories. And so we got a few. I thought, Drew, I would just read what our listeners said, and then
Okay.
it would spark maybe some. There's some good stories
The
in here.
spark of creation.
Nailed it. Someone wrote in and said that God considers some animals unclean, and as an animal lover, that made me so sad. Do you remember the church affecting your relationship with animals in any way?
The first thing that comes to mind is the Passion Play when they would do the lamb and they would use a real baby lamb. I mean, they wouldn't kill it, but they would pretend that they were killing
Well, on the
it.
final night, they did.
Well, yeah, they did have to make, because they didn't have anywhere to keep it once
No.
the show was over.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. But I remember struggling with that. That really fucked me up. But no, not really. I don't think so.
I remember being in kids ministry, and I wondered about dogs going to heaven because of the hit film. All dogs go to heaven, except for the
And all dogs
the
go to
bad
heaven
guy.
too. All dogs go to heaven too.
as well. And so,
Yeah.
was that Burt Reynolds?
Yes. Yeah, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Him dying was also really that was another wait, you're Burt Reynolds though. You're
Yeah.
around all the time. Like Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson. Is he still alive?
He's still alive.
Yeah, when he dies it's gonna fuck me up.
Yeah. Oh, shit, Drew.
Don't stop.
Nicholson.
We just lost D'Angelo. Don't do this to me.
But I
You
remember
know what?
asking...
I'm gonna jerk off to his music video today. I am.
Oh, if you join our Patreon, you'll get to see that. So hang around, join our Patreon. Our bonus content today is
I already
Drew
took my
jerking off to
antidepressant,
D'Angelo.
so I might
You're gonna
come
last
with
forever.
a soft cack. But
You're gonna
it's
last
oh my
forever.
god, it's what D'Angelo would have wanted.
So I asked this Sunday school teacher, what do dogs actually go to heaven? And they just simply said no. And I said, why? I was like, I love my dog, so my dog's gonna go to hell? And they're like, no, they don't have souls. Jesus didn't die for dogs. Dogs are just like anything else, and they don't actually matter. That's what I remember my Sunday school teacher telling me. Your dog doesn't matter. And one day you'll be separated from that dog forever. And that's what I lived with.
Grant, that reminded me. That's fucked up, but that reminded me of this woman that I'm obsessed with on TikTok. I sent you her. She's explaining to people
In person. Yeah, I remember that. It was weird.
Well, I saw it. I wanted you to see it. I didn't want to explain it. Her name on TikTok is Queen Erin, Erin the First. And she does these skits of like the youth group in the 90s telling you about Job or the church telling you about God. And she's explaining it. It's so fucking funny. She's like, so God loves you so much and he hates sin. He hates it, but he loves you so much that he puts sin inside you, but he hates it. He hates the sin, but it's inside you because he put it there, but he loves you so much. I mean, it's all the insane shit that we talk about all the time with religion, but the way she does it is so fucking funny. So go follow her, go watch her videos. They're so funny. So
Can
funny.
I tell you on that note, and of course in kids ministry, all we did was talk about heaven and going to heaven and not going to hell and all that. But I had a conversation with a Christian not too long ago, and I gave him a little. Okay? It was difficult. I gave him. I kind of stumped him when it came to heaven, based on kind of what you said. And so I said, listen, if God, like heaven exists, right? God could create a world, apparently. God can create a place where there is no sin and there is no pain and there is no suffering. But he chose to create a place where there is sin and there's suffering and there's terrible things to...
Because empathy's fake.
What? To get you to see if you deserve the other one. Like, why not just create? And this is what they said. And this is a very common Christian argument, that if you don't have a choice, then love is not love. So it's you're just creating robots if they can't rebel against you. Like, if you don't have the option to rebel, then it's not really love. So so for example, if let's say you and I are we're trapped on a we're on this desert island. It's just you and me, and you go, you're my best friend and I love you so much. And I go, yeah, there's no one else here. You have no choice. So how do I know you'd actually like me? Because you don't have a choice. I'm it. And
I've never liked you, Grant. I love you, but I've never liked you.
I understand. That I don't either. I don't like me either. That's the argument that people will make, is that, well, there has to be a choice to turn your back on God, because then loving him wouldn't exist without that choice to hate. And I said,
That's
okay,
true.
So when you get to heaven, do you have that choice anymore? And he was like, no. And I was like, so you don't have a choice anymore. Like, so there's no sin, there's no temptation, whatever. So it's not love anymore. You just made you all robots. Like, you have a choice right now, and every day you choose not to at some point. You choose to do your own thing that you know is wrong, quote unquote. So, like, it doesn't make sense. What you're saying doesn't make sense.
Well,
and so
Grant,
I'm
let me push back.
Drew,
let me push back.
Doesn't make sense.
Let me push back. Something that I really wish I could do for myself here on earth, and I know I can't. I know it's only something the Heavenly Father can do when I'm at home with him in heaven in my mansion.
Praise him. Praise be.
Praise him. Jesus is king. I can't
stop
saying it. That girl that did the Karen waitress videos on TikTok that was photographed at the Charlie Kirk Memorial. And then
yes. Yeah.
She did that apology video where she was sunburned to fuck. And she ended it all by going, Jesus is king. That's how she ended the video. I can't stop saying it. I say it 10 times a day. I sign all my emails with it. I love it. It's so funny.
Jesus
Anyway,
is king.
so when I get to heaven, the thing I'm most excited about is
You're
the
not
fact that there is no temptation, which means all of our desires and wants have been taken away. Our personalities will just completely change because those obviously those needs and wants do make up a huge part of why we are the way we are. And so I love the idea that when we go to heaven, all that's taken away and we're just kind of wandering around not wanting anything. I think that's going to make me a much nicer person. I'm very excited about it.
I think this is where Buddhism makes so much more sense to me, in that you're trying to break attachment, you're trying to get those desires removed from you to eventually just not be anymore. Like you join some greater consciousness or something, but it's like I cease to exist. I'm not me anymore. That makes sense to me. But what you said is you said it in a very funny way. That is the logical conclusion. Like, yeah, you'll get to heaven, and all of the things that make you, the tension that makes you a human, is just gone. So you're not you anymore. You can't be. You're a Roomba. You're a heavenly Roomba.
Listen, to quote Betty Hutton, you
Please
can't
you
get a
don't do it
man
enough.
with a gun.
Thank you. On that note, Drew, someone said that they can't remember large chunks of their childhood, but they remember all the lyrics to shit like "Our God is an awesome God." Mm-hmm. I take personal offense that you call that shit.
Bomb ass song.
Dope. Drew,
song
how
is
much of the lyrics
amazing.
do you remember?
Well, I perform it. I do. Our God is an awesome faggot.
Do you do the putting on a
So-
Ritz?
I do.
That's a
do.
hilarious line in that song.
Well, I think it's in the first verse. So
What
I
is
have
it?
to.
Our God, he's
Wait,
putting
hang on. Don't
the
look it up. I
Ritz?
could do it.
Well, I have to look it up to see if you're right.
I can only think of the second verse right now.
When he rolls up his sleeves.
When he rolls up his sleeves, he ain't just putting on the Ritz. Our God is an awesome God. There's just
It's a dope
that's
song.
Broadway. That's Broadway.
Do you know? So Rich
Broadway.
Mullins wrote that. Do you know how he died?
Wait, is it funny? Mm-hmm. Okay. He slipped on a banana peel and fell onto an axe that his daughter was holding, which cut him in half.
Okay, so you know.
Yeah.
You've already read his autobiography that he wrote in half. He was driving his Jeep, and he wasn't wearing his seatbelt, and he ran over himself.
Yeah,
He
I've done
fell
that.
out, and I don't know if it was an accident or what, but he fell out and ended up running over himself. So
That's
our
funny.
God
That's
is
funny.
an awesome God. And that's
And
how
that's
God
the thing.
wanted it to
That's
happen.
the thing.
He wanted him to go out
he's
that
this
way.
big Christian guy. He's made this song that people sing unironically for some reason, and you run over yourself. You think that your God's an awesome God. You think God was rewarding you by running over you. Your God sucks. He's a dick.
So I was looking up some of the Christian songs that we sang as kids on YouTube, and I was like, I wonder what those sound like. They are doing some great stuff with those songs nowadays. We fucking missed out. Can I play you a clip of just a couple?
We didn't miss out. I did have a whole album that was Steve Green with a bunch of children.
That you were on that album.
Singing
Weren't
with
you?
Steve Green was one of the highest honors of my life.
Right.
Truly, I think if I had to sit down and look at my life and put my top 10
Realize there's nothing
favorite
left.
moments, me as a child singing with Steve Green is like top of the list. It was life-changing. Steve Green was my Michael Jackson.
What were his big
my
songs?
Woody Allen.
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I'm Steve and it's green, 'cause God isn't mean. Unless you aren't Christian, then he'll burn you forever. Something like that.
Oh, People Need the Lord.
People need the Lord.
Need the Lord. Oh, Find Us Faithful. That was my jam. That song. It's a huge song. It's that intro. Dun, 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 dun. It's so good. I hope he finds us faithful. Okay, Drew, I want to play you this is what they're doing to these songs nowadays. They'll sound familiar, but they're so good now.
Oh no.
All right, can you hear this beauty?
Yeah.
How many do you have?
Many sons had Father Abraham.
That's right.
What are
I
you?
am one of them.
Oh.
And so are you.
Oh, shit.
I am?
So let's just praise the Lord.
Right
All right,
on.
bitch.
Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham.
Who are they?
I am one of them.
Really?
And so are you.
Great.
So let's just praise the Lord.
Left
right
arm, left arm.
Father Abraham had
Oh,
many
shit.
sons.
Fuck.
Many sons had
It's too much.
Okay,
it's too much.
It's too much.
We
It's too
can't
much.
do it.
I needed to warm up. That fucking sucked. That was
That
so
was-
scary.
So good. So good. I was trying to find others that were like, I am a C.
I am a CH. I am
Can
a
you do it?
CHRISTIAN. And I have CHRIST in my HEART, and I will LIVE. What is it?
Eternally. LIVEETERNALLY.
ETERNALLY. Yeah. Thank you.
Boom. Okay, let me give you one more. I mean, wasn't that a banger? Like,
Yeah.
God damn, we grew up at the wrong time.
Listen, Christians, the reason your songs are so good is because there are some faggots in the closet that you taught to hate themselves that doesn't want to work for Broadway because they think that they'll fuck. And so they write
And they will. Let's be
amazing
honest.
songs
They will.
for your stupid church play.
Oh, shit. Oh, this one's kind of racist.
Well,
But, like,
let's not do that.
Fun racist.
Jesus loves the little children.
Yeah?
All the children of the
How would you describe them?
world. Red and yellow.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, we
no.
can,
All right.
we can
okay.
X that one out for
That's
sure.
not how I would describe them.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, someone said we were 11 and shown very graphic abortion footage in the church basement with cookies. Do you remember holding up
cookie
pro-life
falling
signs,
Yes, I do.
going and protesting?
I do.
I think we changed lives.
I think
We were 6 years old, 7 years old.
I got to be honest, Grant. Sometimes I can think about that and laugh. And sometimes I think about it and I'm so angry.
'Cause you didn't get the sign you wanted.
I've never been able to get an abortion. No, like,
Sad.
not that, like, I do believe everyone who gets wrapped up
believe.
in these mega churches, I do believe they can become corrupt, obviously. But I do think for the most part, it's just a bunch of victims. I think they're being hoodwinked and bamboozled. And so, like, I'm not angry at our mom for making us do that. What makes me angry is I still have to deal with, like, the memory of it and have to really unpack that. And she will just deny it ever happened. There's no, yeah, that was kind of fucked up. Sorry. You know?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back on the mom thing. Listen, I'm not okay.
It was like the best time of their life, though. It's when the world
Yeah.
made the most sense to them. You know,
Yeah.
like we were on top. The church was the best
Bush.
thing ever.
Yeah.
Bush, baby.
The
full
first
Bush.
Bush.
Mom had a
The
full
first
Bush.
Bush.
Oh, the president as well. There's a president, Bush, and all of that. And they were just riding high. We were taught, that abortion was something worth skipping lunch over and protesting. And we did.
Yeah, that was so fucked up.
It was pretty cool. Someone said, I used to teach Sunday school and all summer day camps for my church's children's ministry when I was in high school and early years of college. I think the most insane thing I had to do was tell the story of David and Bathsheba without really explaining the details. I had so many
Ooh,
questions
yeah.
from the 5-year-olds because they could tell major parts of the story were being omitted. Drew, do you remember the story of David and Bathsheba, King David? Can you tell it?
He was
Okay, hang on.
looking-
I know you're about to do a bit. Tell it for real. Can you do it for real? Do you know it?
I'm not doing a bit. What
You're
the fuck?
always doing a bit.
No,
Okay, here we go.
he looked over the castle wall and he sees this hot bitch taking a bath. And she's so fucking hot. And she's
she's so
just
hot.
scrubbing up and down her boobs and all the other stuff that guys like her butt. And
Oh,
he
yeah,
is
you do
like,
like
I'm the
those."
king. I am so hard. I have got to fuck that lady. And so he's like, bring her to me. And she's like, bitch, I'm married. And he's like, cool, I'm the king. So he orders her husband's, he was a general or something. He orders her husband to be on the front lines of a battle so that he would be killed, so that David could fuck that pussy. that correct?
Those are all real details. They're not exactly in order, and you've omitted some pretty important ones.
I don't know, Grant. I
David-
wasn't a preacher.
David didn't wait to kill her husband to fuck her. He brought her to the palace, raped her, which, I mean, the scripture doesn't say that, but like,
Come on.
come on.
She was
Come
taking a
on.
bath.
Come on. So he rapes her, sins for her husband to cover up the pregnancy. Says like, you know what? He'll come home, visit her, sleep with her, and like the baby will be his, and it'll cover it up. So he sins for him. The husband's so honorable, Uriah, that he sleeps on the king's doorstep. Because he says, if my men are out there sleeping on the battlefield, I shouldn't be at home with my wife because they can't be either.
Oh my God, grow up.
Then David goes, fine, I'll get him drunk. He gets him drunk, same thing. He won't leave. So then he orders that he be put on the front lines and that a commander give an order for everyone to step back and leave Uriah out there by himself. And that's what he does. Has him killed, and then Bathsheba shows up, and then God kills David's child. He kills their child in judgment for what he did.
So he abortioned. So God
abortioned.
abortioned.
Mm-hmm. God
So
abortioned.
God's super into abortion. How interesting.
Like incredibly into abortion. I'm
Yeah,
really surprised
post-birth
how many
abortion.
details you got right. That was great. I'm proud of you.
Why? Why are you surprised?
Because you're dumb.
Listen, I had to be in all that shit. And there's something so romantic about taking a bath and a king wanting you so bad that he kills your husband. That's so sweet. David
does
was a
sound
real
like
one.
that does sound like a book that Angela would read, though. Like that sounds like a smut book that would be
Women are so stupid.
so incredible.
I agree, Grant.
They just they follow their
They read their
vaginas.
books.
Okay.
That's crazy.
They're reading. So someone said committing suicide is an automatic ticket to hell. I don't think they were saying they were taught that. I think they were making that as a statement. It's weird.
Can I tell you the thing? I was thinking about this week. I don't know what spurred it. Probably a true
Okay.
crime thing. But that's another thing that, like, I think back at how fucked up. So suicide for us was explained to us as children that
As
they
a
kill
valid
themselves. They kill them. If someone kills themselves, yes, they'll go to hell. But more importantly, the first thing Dad would say if anyone mentioned suicide in any way, he would go,
selfish.
so selfish.
So
That is so selfish. Ugh. That is so selfish. So Dad's warning was like, don't do it because that's just so selfish. And that is such a horrible way to approach anyone. Like, can you imagine, like, if I were having suicidal thoughts as a gay teen in church? I can't imagine that being
If?
true. But let's
Okay.
say I couldn't go to my dad and be like, Dad, I'm having these feelings, because I know he'd just be like, well, don't be selfish. You're being selfish. That's
Yeah.
so fucked. When I hear that somebody killed themselves, my first thought is like, oh my God, I feel so bad for them. Like, they must have been in the darkest place. I feel so bad for them. And Dad's is like, what a selfish piece of shit. I'm glad he's burning or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible. Someone is in so much of a crisis in so much pain that they override their biological need to survive. That's not a purely selfish person. That's someone hurting. The most compassionate thing I ever heard a pastor say about suicide, it was the country bumpkin that I worked for in Tennessee before I moved to Florida. Brother
We
John.
talked to his daughter, Beth.
No, that's Randy.
No, we didn't. No, we
But it
didn't.
was same church, different pastors.
Same church,
But
different
it was
pastor.
it was Brother John, just good old country boy, and someone's family member had committed suicide, and they came to Brother John, and they were like, they're basically like, are they in hell, And so we checked our
Right.
hell monitor, and we were like, nope, still just gays, nothing but gays. And
Can I see that monitor? That might
he
be
said-
kind of fun.
no, I was cringing because I was like, oh my God, what's he going to say? And it was so compassionate and so kind, and I loved it. He said, people die of heart attacks all the time. Their heart malfunctions, and they can't sustain life anymore. And he said, I've always thought about suicide as it's just a brain attack. Like something went wrong, some trauma or something. And just like someone has a heart attack as a victim of their heart misfiring, someone who commits suicide is a victim of their mind misfiring. And so he used to call it a brain
so
attack.
nice.
It was so
That's
nice.
so compassionate.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was-
What
it
had
was
that
great.
been like if we'd been raised in a church that was that?
Gay. I've never forgotten it, and I haven't said it like that. I haven't said, "Oh, it's a brain attack," but I have used
No,
that
that's
sentiment
such
with people.
a brilliant way to approach someone lacking empathy. So Christians. That's crazy.
Yeah, he had several of those. He had several very
Brother
insightful,
John.
very insightful things like
I
that.
liked Brother John just because, was he the one that had the crazy wife or was that Randy?
Yeah, he had the crazy wife. Yeah,
I'm obsessed
Linda.
with this crazy wife. I want to be
She-
Linda.
She used to run the wedding ministry, and
Obsessed.
she was so terrible to people that the elders of the church banned her from coming to church.
Yep.
Because she
the
was
pastor's
so
wife.
bad to people.
Banned. That is
So
iconic. Linda, you will always be an icon.
She would come to church once in a blue moon, and then I would get a phone call from her that week where she would yell at me uninterrupted about
Love.
something I said or did.
Of course.
And she would always tell me I don't understand. And it was so funny. He knew she was nuts, and he said, "I picked her though. Like I'm gonna keep making my choice. I chose her, so I'm gonna stick with it." And I was like, "All right, good luck, brother." But
He's
yeah,
a very
she
positive man.
she was nuts.
If
He
anyone was
really-
going to
he
have
really
to be
was.
married to Linda, I think Brother John was the perfect
Brother
pick.
John. So let me see. Someone said they walked into Sunday school and our very blonde pastor's wife teacher was wearing a black spirit Halloween witch's wig and proceeded to ask us if it looked strange or out of place, which we all gently replied yes. So then she told us, exactly. That's why you're not supposed to dye your hair, because God doesn't like it. She was trying to say that
True.
he made us all perfectly, and so we shouldn't alter his creations. But I had already dyed my hair by this point and thought my mom and I were going to hell. Unhinged. That's amazing. I've never heard someone say that you shouldn't dye your hair. That's a new one to me. That's so fucking good. I love
So
it.
if God
Very
made you
theatrical.
perfect, you can't, like, let's say your
No
heart
circumcision.
breaks down, you can't get it fixed because God already made it, right?
And he wants you to die.
What is that? Christian Science?
Calling you home. Yes, Christian Scientists. They would say that.
Yeah. Fuck y'all. Fuck Jean Harlow's mom. I hope you're burning, you bitch.
Jean Harlow, I agree with the sentiment, but it is harsh. Thank you for being a Patreon subscriber. Someone said so many things. First to mind is Bible drills. I was the best at the Bible. Fuck
No,
you.
I was. I was. I was.
And were you?
I'm
So-
the Mary.
So we had 3 years in Bible drill, Drew. How well did you do?
I got the top spot every year.
That's so
I
funny that he
always
says that
got
because
it.
he didn't. That's so funny.
I did.
No, you got
Grant,
the
you
third.
better
There's
shut
state
the
winner
fuck up.
superior.
I
there's
can't
state
prove it
winner,
to you because my mother
county
threw away my
something.
Bible drill trophies.
all your Bible drill stuff is up in their attic.
She
It's
said she
there.
threw it
I saw
away.
No, it's all there.
My trophies are up there?
I'm sure Drew. There are boxes
Grant,
upon boxes
I
of your shit in your
would
attic.
go to Memphis to retrieve those.
Well, your final year there weren't trophies. State winner superior was a plaque. Our final year.
Oh, yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed.
But I did get that plaque.
I had lied so much to get it. So Bible drill, I know we talked about it before real quick, but we would hold Bibles, and we went to practice for this. And they would
And you had
say,
to buy a
like,
certain Bible. It had to be a blue certain Bible.
and they would say like Job 3:11, and you'd have to step out, and you'd find it and step out, and then you get points or whatever. And the way they would know you weren't lying is they would actually only call on one of you. And so I stepped out and lied all the time because they didn't always call on you. You could get out there, you get away with
That
it.
makes sense that you became the pastor.
Because I lied about the Bible?
Because you were
It was a
lying about
gift.
the Bible to get glory. Yeah, we had practice Bibles and then we had competition Bibles. The competition Bibles were blue. The practice Bibles were red, but they were the same Bible made by the same company.
Brilliant,
That is
by
so
the
funny.
way.
That
To
is
do
so
a blue
funny.
and a red one. Yeah.
That's so funny to think about. We had practice Bibles.
And we would go to practice, like at church, like after church. We would have to go on Sunday afternoons.
I
and
loved
do
it
these.
though. I loved Bible drill.
Oh, it
I
stressed
really
me
did.
out. I had nervous farts so much. It
Oh,
stressed
I
me
was
out
yeah.
so
oh my
fucking
god,
much.
I was shitting my pants. But
Oh
ooh,
my God.
I'd get praise.
Oh, it scared me. Someone said because of the whole Adam and Eve thing, women have less ribs. I literally only learned that it's scientifically not even accurate like last year. That's funny,
Yeah.
and I have to admit, I think I was probably in college before I realized that that wasn't true scientifically.
That what? That women.
I thought women had one less rib.
Grant, it's so interesting to me because I'm intelligent, and
Well,
because we're twins, I've always thought you were very intelligent. And now I'm
Obviously,
realizing maybe
am.
maybe you were just really good at manipulating
which is
conversation.
a form of intelligence.
Because I can't believe sometimes you say things and you're like, I believed that until I was 35. And I'm like, kill yourself. You don't belong here. That's insane. That's an insane thing to think.
That part of me did die, Drew. And now
Oh, okay.
I stand here in front of you, a new person. Let me give you the last one. I told a Sunday school teacher who was talking about hell that I was scared, and she said, good, you should be scared. Oh, we had so many Sunday school teachers that would absolutely be them. That is...
My
What a-
Sunday school teacher,
what a
the
great
only
upbringing.
good advice a Sunday school teacher ever gave me was my Sunday school teacher who ran over Grace, that little toddler, and then they named
my
the Grace
God.
Family Life Center after her. He was a banker, and he
terrible.
said, hey, if you don't learn anything else in this Sunday school class, I want you to remember this. Never get a credit card.
Huh.
And he was right. I'm in so much debt.
So it didn't save you. It just,
Well, but
from beyond the
I-
grave, he was right.
Well, now I can say, oh, fuck, I knew. Well, Grant, I know we're running out of time because you have to go pick up your children. And
speaking of
I
children.
am going to have to poop. What? Huh? What? Are we
Thank
talking
you,
about kids?
patrons. Patrons, thank you for
Oh,
listening.
yeah.
Thank you. If you're raising children, please raise them in the church. It's safe for them. It's a safe place.
It's the
Give them
safest place
guidance.
they can be.
It'll ground them in abuse.
We recorded IMHO, the podcast, yesterday with the guest that's coming out in a couple weeks. And the guest said, we don't know this guest very well. And the guest said that they were Catholic. And Alexis
Oh,
asked,
Joe Biden.
you were a kid in church and like the Catholic Church. Were you ever around any funny priests? And I was like, Alexis, are you saying, did you get molested? And you said, were you ever around any funny priests? And she's like,
Oh
well,
my
yeah, but I
God.
didn't want to just say molested. And I was like, okay, all right.
What a Southern way to talk about something terrible.
Yeah.
Like that's something
Funny.
Southerners would do.
Oh.
He was always funny.
Grant,
Even
I do have a
raped?
quick
Cool.
update as the names continue to scroll. Alexis had a cousin that was a missionary that went to Africa and was in the back of a Jeep that drove off a mountain.
Okay, yep.
His dad, Uncle Terry, just died this week. And
D'Angelo,
Alexis,
Diane Keaton, and Uncle
Uncle Terry.
Terry. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Alexis is going to his funeral in Oklahoma, and she's only going because everyone in her immediate family are going, and they haven't all been together as a family in a long time. So she's like, this is a perfect opportunity. However, they're all this is all extended family that hasn't seen her since her transition. And so she's like very nervous, but she really wants to like see her family. So she's going. I don't know what's going to happen,
I
but
want to strap a
everyone
GoPro to her.
say a prayer for
Thoughts and prayers.
Alexis.
Let's
I
do it
hope
right
that her
now.
death is swift. No, but her Uncle Terry, I will say her Uncle Terry and her aunt, whatever, while they are
Danish
right-leaning
name, whatever.
Christian people, they do have a child who is a performer. And so they will ask Alexis a lot about performance, questions. Like, what did she do when she was a performer? And a few weeks ago, I can't remember how it came up, but they were talking about tap dancing. So they asked Alexis to tap dance so they could have a video of her tap dancing. I don't know. Anyway,
That's
but she
so
did.
funny.
She did, and she sent it. And Uncle Terry loved it, and the aunt loved it. So I'm hoping that,
She's going to tap dance at the funeral. That's what you're saying.
yes, I'm hoping she tap dance on his grave. No, I'm just hoping that, like, they will see her as their family member and not as what has been portrayed in the media. You know what I mean?
I have been seeing Alexis portrayed in the media quite a lot lately.
I'm not worried because she'll be around her family. I know that her family has her covered, but I am nervous about her going to Oklahoma and going to this family
Drew, you
event.
nervous about your friend? Drew, you love your friend so much.
Grant,
you care about their well-being.
If anything happens to Alexis, I can't make trans jokes anymore, and that's some of my best work.
Shit. Yeah, I'm nervous now too. God
anyway,
damn
say
it.
a little prayer. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Ally. Oh, next week we'll do voicemails. It's going to be another
next week it's another all
voicemails. So you can text us your questions at 940-ASK-TWIN, or you can call us and leave us a voicemail, 940-ASK-TWIN. But we have a lot of messages to get through. We would love you to ask us all of your questions, and we'll solve your problems, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Anyway. Thanks, brother. Everyone go to church this week.
Bye.